Well, Joe, it's just two more sleeps into the big day. Nothing better on the calendar than AFL Grand Final.
Barbecue, AFL Grand Final. We're on like Donkey Kong on Saturday.
Yeah, probably time to speak to someone who knows a thing or two about the big day. 4 Grand Finals, 3 wins, if you don't mind. Jonathan Brown. Good morning, Brownie.
Hey guys, how are you?
Going well, thank you.
Hey, Brownie, can they win this thing? I mean, I keep on seeing these articles now. Everyone just assumes that Collingwood's probably going to win, but when you really break it down, a lot of the experts are saying across the line and across the board, the Lions have probably got more talent, maybe.
Yeah, no, look, I think they're right. I think it's pretty even, pretty 50-50, and the Lions have won the last 6 games against the Pies. They match up well.
Beautiful.
Obviously, Grand Final day is a different beast, but essentially, football's still the same. It's on the MCG. It actually should suit them, that ground. They match up really well, the two teams, and I think the Lions they've got a lot of self-belief now, so I'm I'm quietly confident they can get the job done.
Is there anything to the argument that they can't play at the MCG? Do you think that's got...
Well, I've got to remember, for 5 years of this stint where, look, for the last 10 years, the Lions have record at MCG has been ordinary. Remember the first 5 years of that? They couldn't win anywhere. They couldn't even win in the Gabba. So you sort of got to remember, you probably sort of got to cancel out that first 5 years and just look at the last few years.
Obviously, 2 of your Grand Final wins were against the Pies. Have you got a favourite Grand Final moment or even story, like a go-to story?
Here's one for you. Ansett went bust. Ansett and Qantas were the 2 carriers at the time, back in 2001, and Ansett went bust the week of the Grand Final in 2001. So still, as of the Wednesday,
wow,
before the 0-1 Grand Final, we were playing yesterday. As of Wednesday, we still do not have transport to get from Brisbane to Melbourne. And it was tossed up that we were going to take the overnight train.
Oh, my
God.
Because there was no flights until a private charter airline offered the club, so we'll fly you guys down. And we found it out on the Wednesday night. So we flew down on the charter on the Thursday night, and there you go. So it was pretty cool. It was like, geez, how good, it felt like President of the United States of America, flying in on the private charter, and obviously well behaved on the way down. It was a little bit different on the way home, it's fair to say. You weren't following the normal airline rules, so it was so many great times. Look, I often get asked this, and I like to stir up the Port Adelaide supporters and say we're robbed by the AFL, but they generally beat us that day, and, we can't make any excuses about it. Just, maybe if Lynchy had have laid one of his punches on Daryl Wakelin, you never know what would happen. He threw about 25 of them, and all Daryl Wakelin caught was the cold that day from the airfield that went past.
I just love the image of you just walking onto that private jet, just very quietly and gently going, is there a bar on here? Just softly to anyone. Yeah. Can we get a drink?
Yeah, there wasn't a bar. There was about a dozen slabs of very, very low, and Martin Pike, another South Australian legend. Pike, he was the ringleader. So don't worry about that. We had a good time, and on the way home, the pilot actually, which, in civil aviation now probably wouldn't be allowed, but when we got back to the Gabba, as we were flying overhead, there was all the crowd were waiting for us, and the pilot agreed to do a low-flying circle around the Gabba, and that was pretty cool.
Yeah, there you go. The pilot just sort of flipped the plane upside down like Denzel Washington in flight.
Well, it sort of felt like that. I thought this bloke does remember we're not in the Tiger Moth. This is actually, there's 150 passengers on this plane. I'm not sure if it can absolutely tip on its side without tipping over. That would have been a fair entry, though, wouldn't it? Just crash into the Gabba.
Yeah. We're back. Brownie, thank you so much for having a chat with us, and there's some amazing stories. All the very best for Saturday, and half of Australia's behind you. Don't worry about that.
Good on you. All the best. Thanks for talking.
Cheers, Brownie. Have a good one.
Thank you so much.
Okay,
see ya.
Bye.